Está transmitiendo. Sean ustedes muy bienvenidos a Antigua Casa, Rivas, JazZ, donde hacemos que las cosas pasen, pero esencialmente porque tienen que pasar. Bien, a continuación vamos a cantar en francés. Hemos grabado un rato de pintura, así que lo que vamos a hacer a continuación es un trabajo que estoy haciendo. No es esto, es esto. Bien, refresco. From Rivas. Bauhaus Rivas Lubreria of JazZ. Work with the art, it is flying the bee. I remember this morning was still cocked up and come out early in the morning at 3 o'clock, check my work a couple days ago under my mind. I'm a worker, so what about me? I mean, any person just like me, my only still alive. Maybe I'm lost myself in completely solitude. Each day, my mind, we are close to be alive from the alarm, from cigarette in my mouth, and sacrifice to the end. Long, real long and heavy common, common senses of the 40 years, maybe too much time with all unborn persons immersed under the silence of the soul. I'm thinking just about under my mind at the moment and still work and work each day. What it is, what what it is the price of from that under my mind in a little over some romantic solitude. I mean, the pressure to feeling that life it is real excessive sacrifice to attain what another life, one different, but different to what to me only still of life I feel I don't really know. I'm always want the same things, the exactly things the someone 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 wants. I mean I'm real different to the other persons. I don't think so, because when I talk with another person, someone, and feel equal, we talk the same things and smile. So what feel with me? All that thing I think at the time I'm small. I know the difference with the self signs. They are existent, but why? I need more life and other expressions. Someone feel a little down to me at the moment I'm having my machine rider. I mean that is I'm are a little confusion in a wrong play. A few minutes later I take my machine working, later sleep and think don't have a play anything in this life. But anyway, what it is a wrong thought and what it is not fucking a wrong thought. I mean the life it is only one. So we have one problem. take the exactly way to life. Somebody, somebody's around me apparently don't persuade, perceive nothing about that. Maybe they pass away because they are no older than me, and it is now the perfect co- combination to me. My perfect time to compose is the night. I'm a jazz music and have 35 years or whole and roll in infant jumping under himself with crayon. He had a 47 years old that never understand her viewpoint. I mean, we was feel so different. There is no only a problem with the biological time. I never take a direction or way of love. Sometimes my solution is close myself and live my life in my proper way with no conditions, only life. You stop yourself and put to think nothing is important, that it is the night permit me feel very just and right, only me and my soul, under the silence, only me disconnecting of whatever around, nothing else in the mirror. And I know that sounds so egoist, but I prefer permit me that with no complex anything around it is important, only smoke and cigarette, and with all patience contemplate the life. I mean, what is real important? The still of life, and you are out and close my soul, my soul to the solitude, the reason of my life. I never understand or know the other reasons. Maybe I'm a strongly purpose of God to justify the thought. Maybe that exists or I'm not important to help better. I'm just like my life still growing under my machine work and what's coming to the future from the present. No, it is a momentary lapse of reason. Never understand the silence in another way. Don't and it coming from me and my soul really close to the soul in my solitude. What is the time? I mean, around about to pass away under my soul and don't have time to consider it and know with not small the reason of the love, me and myself, what a brain are maybe feel eternal during just the memory of the smile. I never liked the office little building growing around me at the middle of night and makes me up just at the time separate myself under the floor. I know my my mind my mind it is under the mid, middle just front of me. So I'm jumping again under the soul my real solitude close to the persuas- persuasively the reality the world was play to play with the world. I have asked myself what it is wrong, what it is not correct, and try again, stay up from to the mirrors. How, how you, how you are a cigarette. Oh, you, her, right here. Her, you are a cigarette. There is part of me behind the eye. I need your smile. This letters it is part of me, but at the time from anyone, but for me, my mirror. Just I won't go on growing with the flowers. The skin it is strongly metal to feel to me in the real time in that person in that person and feel you with my art and feel good and love the night because it is like stay under the mind. So it is real special to me and my romance with the jazz sooner fade under the night and close myself in the solitude and I see the mirrors of the light and overnight in I was open my ears, see around me again. Nothing is important to me. It is an overline to smile under the night and real try my wind behind my heaviness. Maybe come to me one more time this night at the moment and hear this silence, no nothing right from of me in front of me. It is delicious part of me. My fingers touch my mind, my ideas. Maybe that what we are here. I mean, a little playing of survival to life. It is another opportunity to exist in a simple way. The future, the present is nothing what we are, and think about that at a time and go down the layers from the building apartment. One time I arrived to the floor and crossed myself with a girl. He said to me, hello. Sam say hello. And then he talked to me if I want to pass to her apartment. Sam say, yes, why not? We are close friendly. And see, he and I like what I see. Sweetie expressions and sweetie areas. Beautiful body. Her apartment was look like a disaster. Some say, hey, you remember me when I live with my mother? He is smiling and say to me, your mother is fucking disaster. Yes, of course, but all don't believe it. All mothers are a little like that. So I'm saying, don't worry, I know that. We still drink and talk about the life and her jazz, Horace Taylor, Chet Baker, and Paul Blair, and feel like the time closed herself under the bubble of the time. In the moment we drink and talk, we see her soul and which we feels and stay silent to contemplate one to another. You know, Brittany, I don't feel like that from a long time ago. You're so pretty, but at the time you understand what a company friendly it is. Okay, thank you, dear boy, but you never say me what your name is. I'm Peter. I'm say feel exactly like you. I mean, you are so funny and serious at the time. I want a party, but it is a party to me. Maybe I'm are a little boring to you. No, I'm saying you are funny, but I have a little in- interest to see you dancing. Me too. At the moment said that he take a seat and jumping and dancing just to me and stay like a perceptive. He look real funny and entertaining. Stay right here with them. I'm come back in a few minutes. I was going to my apartment and take my saxophone. It one time back and smile and say that it is and refer to me myself is a party. He passed the night in a fire of the figures. I'm going back to my apartment at 16 a.m. He kicked me out, kicked me ideas out. We according we see again. This guy I'm asleep all day and come up at 7:45 p.m. to work in a project of painting one child, the black one with the red vest and red. One friend from Chile has the part of war. The second time I see Britain, he is still going to the market and say me if I want one with him. So me say okay, so let me take, take, take some money and ask him if want to come up to my apartment. He say yes, why not? So I come to near so he came to my apartment. A trinity of light from coming from the window. My saxophone in the corner reflects God's light, so the old room is still. He is he stayed in front to the mirror and touched her hair, and, and then he was going around the apartment and still contemplate my works and thinks like he sit in my bed and talk to me about something. At the time I'm looking to see the money in the other room and take my guitar and say he take my guitar and send me play. We never went to the market. We stay around and play music and talk about whatever. He take, he stay in my bed. He, he still use clear t-shirt, transparent, no brows. and move her body like playing with the light. And third, Peter, I need to say something. Yes, go ahead. I feel so tired. Can I sleep just a little bit? I don't want to go back to my apartment. Anybody is there. I really like your company. And say, okay, no problem. Me too like your company. Just a guy I'm past really good time with you. On to another moment, she she in one time passed and I'm still sleeping. He stays sleeping in my bed and feel that like deja. I stay with my guitar and play some music from my heart, so I feel good with my guitar and painting the chat with bass red and red the black chat sleeping. He's sleeping alone and still working and he opened her ears at 3:16 a.m. He don't say nothing, only stay and say me and see me working. So I asked him if I'm hungry or something. At the time, still put a part of beef in the grill. Good morning, lady. Do you prefer tobacco or texture bourbon? I don't know. What is just saxophonist players? Let me think about. Anyway, I don't recognize anyone. But that's about Georgia and Mama. We were Dexter. He prepared some coffees, take and put and put some music on the guide. Of course, go ahead. A simple weekend we took our home. My apartment is not really big, but we still fine. He accompanied myself and me some something to himself. I mean, we don't need too much thing to feel good. Maybe because we are simple people, simple persons, real simple in artist, we aren't her body. So that it is funny to me because first time painting her body. Bueno, voy a saltear un poco esto ah, y voy a pasar a la poesía directamente. Es una poesía eh, poet. Drugs at the end, alcohol and your body with no clothes and see again you are under my skin. What do you want from me, little girl? I'm past a while. Sex with no errands. Smoke marijuana to be same. Little pieces of pill. Just good still there in the in this ambient. The flowers grown just at the time and feel you under my skin. Little bird sniff the time and it is nothing to buy to this in unimportant and feel like you lost myself in your cloud. This time the letters take my soul and feel like you dancing like I'm out in a chocolate market. You know what I mean? all that we prefer when we are real lover to his love. Bueno, bueno, básicamente, en 5 minutos. Bueno, disculpen por el acento. Carajo. No, disculpen por el acento. I'm sorry for my accent, but I don't practice too much. At the moment, I'm working my keywords orthography. I think so. It's orthography, not orthography. Esta ha sido mi transmisión a la Antigua, Casa, Rivas, Lubreria, JazZ. Espero que la pasen muy bien. Have a good time.